for your enlightening words. Now, I would like to introduce our chief guest of this WAI Icon 2024, which is Professor Elangovan. Professor Elangovan hailed from a backward village near Rameshwaram and studied at Trichy, DMIT, Chennai, MTech from IIT Kharagpur. As a follower of Kalam, he also joined ISRO as his junior in the SLV project and left ISRO as core team member GSLV. He took various positions as general manager, CEO, senior marketing, engineer, professor, HOD, director, mentor, advisor, and consultant in India, Middle East, and Africa. As scientist and engineer, ISRO ran around 2000 times the software for the launch vehicle structures. As GSLV core team members signed MOU with Russia for 7 cryogenic stages, he was an important member. As CEO and marketing engineers activated 36-year-old 32-meter antenna with satellite and generated revenue 20 million USD at Gulf in satellite communication area. He also traveled 23 countries and total experience of 43 years with 17 years in R&D and 18 years of academia. 7 years he managed a company. As HOD, he produced 55 university ranks, including 3 gold medals, University First in Anna University and VTU Bangalore. He has also given 445 lectures in 75 institutions on 75 topics. He is a director, mentor, and a consultant of 7 startups currently.
அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். Am I audible? Yeah, yes. Can I continue? அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். First I will upload my PowerPoint. So, at today's topic, I am very happy to attend this women conference, and I am thank you for Mahalakshmi Saravanan for inviting me for a wonderful opportunity. So this is a topic is women and space and entrepreneurship and startup. The 4 current word and very apt word for the women society. I will the first lady in space, as I know, when we were very young. All of us must have told there is a old lady sitting in the moon, right? So a moon is a house of a old lady sitting in the moon, and what is he doing? He's not idle. He's an entrepreneur. The space entrepreneur I know. The first is selling vada in moon. So this is what I have told when we were very young. In the young stage itself, we are introduced for a space entrepreneur woman. Okay, so we'll let us start with that old memory and what is reality. We'll see what is now in the reality. We'll let us see one by one. A space, woman, entrepreneurship, and startup. These are all the apex of a triangle, a forward triangle. The entrepreneurship and startup may be the back, but woman is the core, which is doing all these activities, whether it's space or yet the activity is done by the woman. Let us go how the woman has come in space, and you can combine this the word separately. Woman and space will give space in woman in space. Woman in entrepreneurship will give woman entrepreneur. Woman and startup will give what are the startups led by the woman, or space startups, space and startup like that. The four word is very very good words. The four words are fantastic words which can combine with any word and give you a very good sense relating to only one opera, that is a space woman entrepreneurship. Okay. So according to the Women the Workplace 2024, there's a McKinsey report I recently gone through before the conference. What is the status of women, the working women or entrepreneur women throughout the world? Right? I have seen that the first line is it will take another 50 years to achieve gender parity for all women. For them, usually these are all abroad, foreign-based analysis, not only for India. It's a global analysis. Mostly they worry about color women. You know that. So they took 22 years for the white woman to reach the parity in the year, and it take another 48 years to reach 2070. Only the all women gender parity will come. This is the prediction, right? But in space, within 2 years, our parity has come. 1961, Yuri Gagarin orbited the Earth. 1963, Valentina Tereshkova was the first woman who orbited the Earth. So it is very close. Same country. Within 2 years, the parity has come in space than in Earth. Even in the Earth also, just I am going through some of the statistics. It is fantastic. Every 100 man managers, right? So the level of the manager in woman manager, it is up to 87%, still not 100%. Even in 2024, the statistics goes. But when come to Asia, we can see that they are more than 100% in one particular year, 2021. I think that after that, the COVID has started. That's the reason they are slow. I think our Asian women are doing much better than all global women. That's not the message I want to bring. Even though it takes more years globally to get a parity. See, as I have to go to Valentina Tereshkova here. A bird cannot fly with one wing only. Human space flight cannot develop any further without the active participation of the woman. Yeah, well said. And actively he participated. The Valentina Tereshkova may be the number one were selected. Sakti 6, like that they will tell you. There is he selected out of 6 women finalist of the who is going to space the first time, which is a woman going to the first time. Rather than like an astronaut, he is not a regular Air Force woman. He never worked in Air Force. He doesn't have any flight experience. He was a daughter of a farmer, ordinary textile worker, earning from weekly, weekly earning from some dollars for working in a textile industry. The two habits, the two patient from him, like, is raised to the astronaut, cosmonaut actually for Russia. One is he will always practice jump, skydiving practice. With the small money what he had, he will go for a skydiving, parachute jumping, sky jumping. Because at those early period of space, yeah, astronaut or cosmonaut has to practice the skydiving because they will not land on sea like what we are landing nowadays from SpaceX or anywhere. A crew will not land on the sea so that they will go and collect. Up in the Russia, so they have to dive and land on the land on the earth. That is the reason why the skydiving is more important. You have done 420 times. Out of 426 applications are shortlisted, and one is Valentine. The flight, it was a big problem. There was a problem in that there is no paste was not given. He's a personal kid. Doesn't convey a toothpaste. Doesn't matter. Not a big problem. And another one is pencil. Another one is the software was there was a biggest bug in the software. Instead of it is programmed towards the earth, it is going outside the earth. So that she will lost her life. In that this was a situation not for any male astronaut so far. It was for the female astronaut, and she was alone, rounding the orbit with 24,000 kilometer per hour. So he himself manually corrected the software, coding, and come back to the earth. On reaching the Earth, the designer went and told her, "Don't tell this to the other people." Yes, he agreed. He didn't tell. Then they asked for the log. Where is your log? Show the log. He told her pencil was broken. At the time they used to write with the pencil. There is no space pen was not there. So they will write with the pencil only in the space. So pencil was broken, so I didn't write any log. So this is the way she kept the secrecy. So this was the first lady who gave the real entrepreneur skill. That is a braveness, courage, and decision taking in a worst situation. Then comes the second lady. Actually, Valentina Tereskova went in a capsule, like a traveler, or like you're traveling in a bus, or a cabin in a train, or a seat in a aircraft. But there's another lady who came after 18 years, after Valentina's journey, who walked outside the go and build. He did a spacewalk. That is a 70 square. He is the second lady in the space, but who prepared the spacecraft itself. So that the engineering calendar start, the skill started coming, right? So like that, then America followed the astronaut, 1988. Around some 6 people were selected again. There are practice, and Sally Ride was the first woman who went to the International Space Station. Yes, space is for women. Yes, space is for women only. There are 560 people around. They're gone. Only 11% was the woman. Around and as on date, around 620 people, 92 is a woman has gone to space. Not a big percentage. The spacewalk only 15 spacewalks. Separate. Yeah, all space woman walk also has been done. And I want to question some of the how the man was how the woman was a backbone for the man. Everybody knows this gentleman John Flynn, who is the first man, first American to orbit the Earth. Alan Shepard went for a suborbital, but he was the first American who went to space. Space is different, orbiting is different. This is what the aerospace engineers. The man who orbited the Earth, the American who orbited the Earth is our John Flynn. John Flynn is about to board the spacecraft. Yeah, he is going to get into the capsule, Mercury capsule, but he stopped. And the program was given, the computer output was given to him. He went to the computer output and called a one lady in color. It is Catherine Johnson. He asked her to come and asked her to calculate manually all the calculation and postpone the space flight for 2 days. Once Catherine Johnson calculated complete the trajectory of the spacecraft, then only John Green went into the spacecraft and orbit the Earth. This was a backbone. You know that for a long time in NASA, people, a lady cannot participate in the project meetings. He cannot co-author any paper, any research paper. There is a separate color woman. She's also a color woman apart from that. So all this he broken. As a researcher, he showed his willingness. Finally, he was allowed to participate in project meeting. And she was a woman who did the trajectory calculation to land on the moon. So these people are in the background. So every successful, so for every successful space flight, there is a woman. So we know the Mercury 7. There are 7 space men were selected to go for. All are great people. Alan Shepard, first astronaut to go to space. The John Flynn, first man to orbit the Earth. We have discussed Gus Grissom. Everybody has done a lot of adventure. Sure. But there was at the same time, before the 7 people, there were 13 ladies were selected to go to space in 1960. There was a big fight. Lovelace too, William Lovelace too, the physician. She fight for the people to send ladies to the space. Selected 13 people, but none of them flew. None of them allowed to fly. So it took America 18 years, more than 20 years after Valentina Tereskova, a Russian woman, gone to space. After 20 years, sorry, one minute. நான் வெபினார்ல இருக்கேன். So there is a the flat. It is called First Lady Astronaut Trainees. It is they called Astronaut Trainees. They are they are at 1995. So they were called to the space shuttle launch and so on. Okay. This Mercury 13 is the people who is really the entrepreneurs, a space entrepreneurs. Everybody selected gone after this only. They did a struggle, a fight, like a freedom fight. They were fight. They did a fight to include women in space, and most of the people don't know this Mercury 13. But out of this, there is a one lady here is who is a aviator who have lot of flyover. That is Wally flag, right? What he did now. This is the one lady. We didn't fly. Now, what Wally Flam became the oldest lady to go in fly in space now by Blue Origin, right? This is Jeff Bezos. He has taken her in a flight to out of the 30 Mercury 13 as a Wiley Flang. She is the oldest lady. He is a kind of record who went to the space. Is a lady of 82 years. So age is not the bar for the patient. If you give the passion, you will win any time and any year. Maybe the chance was not given now, you will get the chance in later. So very flank is a symbol of that. Huh? Even after that 82 years, he achieved what he wanted to achieve. What is the peculiarity? This is a mission control room of Apollo 11. Is anybody find any peculiarity in this? Can anybody go and tell? The ground control room of Apollo 11. Everybody excitedly watching man landing on the moon. Yeah, what is the peculiarity in this picture? There is only one lady, scientist who is sitting in the MCF, that control launch control, John Morgan. Okay, but now 19 people there. Out of the 19, 18 people, 9 people are lady astronauts. So next who is going to by Artemis is going to land on the moon. According to us of 2023, 300 our ISRO, like our ISRO also, we have recruited one around some 4,000, around 3,000 women are working in ISRO out of the 25% of the total force. There out of them, only 2,000 and odd are in the scientific and technician work. 141 in the administration work. You can see the like a 7 Mercury. We have 7 Mercury starting from Lalidambia, who was my colleague for 17 years, Ritu Gunwal, who come for a guest lecture when I call. I think you must call one of them, one of our meeting. Right? So this is what you can see the picture with the Modi after the Chandrayaan 3. This photograph was taken. Now that much ladies are working in scientific in ISRO. So this may be the right. 98 women as on April to a latest record. 98 women has gone to the women play important roles in NASA. They have gone to astronaut. 98 astronaut has gone to space. Okay. Now space leadership program also arranging by British councils. And you can see this picture, which is everybody know Muthive, Chandrayaan 3. Very few people, there was a lady who was leading L1. Eh? See, project director Nigar Saj, ordinary woman, a student from Tenkasi, Sangote area, and gone up to ISRO to lead a L1 Aditya L1 project. It's a different project than the others. It's not landing on the moon, but it is going to orbit the sun. I met her in the SpaceX one took this. And there is another small lady who is standing, girl, standing, Tipti Ramesh. He is he's a CEO and founder of a black hole space tech. Yeah, entrepreneur, my student. What is the area he was working? Is a small satellites. Satellite, there is a small satellite means it is less than 1 kg, sir. 10 centimeter by 10 centimeter by 10 centimeter. It is called a small satellite, nano satellite, mini, right? They are all working in nano, micro, nano satellites. So this is one of the entrepreneurship I have developed to one of my students. She is doing very well. He is a founder. And he is almost in the STEM as well as conducting satellite workshop throughout India in big institutions. Okay. So There was a Odyssey, there are so to 40 billion, but the space economy is not also small. It is worth the entrepreneur. So it is by the 40 billion industry. There are four sectors of space entrepreneurship. One is market, is the satellite manufacturing, rocket manufacturing and launching, ground segment, and satellite services. So these are the four areas one can. For most of the people will be knowing this satellite and satellite manufacturing very well because it is not much require much fund and not much resources. Yeah, 1 kg satellite can be manufactured to your this one. So like that, there is a launch service is slightly difficult. You have to make rocket like ISRO. It took long time, around from 10 to 15 years. Here, within 2 to 3 years, you can make a satellite for launch. Within a year now, lot of launches has come, including SSLV. So services and ground segment. The ground segment is where you have to send the signal and receive the signal to the satellite. You have nothing to do with the rocket launching or anything. You are going to survey the satellite which is already launched. Very suitable for women entrepreneurship. The satellite and ground equipment is very, very suitable. Then rugged factory work for launch services. And another big area it has come use the satellite images as services, satellite as services, satellite images as services. So these are some of the entrepreneurship area for women in space, right? Space-based economy. You can see that there are 100 space tech startups are in India now. Most of them, see, you can see the growth in the startup. The market is 40 billion by 2040. A C price after 2021 after the success of our launch vehicle in ISRO. The growth is dependent upon the ISRO success. Chandrayaan 3 success, you can see that there will be a huge interest in space. You can see it is around 40 billion by 2040. Right? So these are the status entrepreneurs do. Right? Conventional normal. This is also like another conventional and normal industry. You don't big space is big. Whatever you do in the your responsibility in other industries, it is for also for space. Not much big. Only thing is the fundamental knowledge only different. And there is another way is bring the space technology to the earth. Whatever the technology adopted by NASA in launching the satellite, servicing a satellite, maintaining a satellite, the system developed for rockets and satellite, you can use it. There was a another one is a space tourism which is coming up, but slightly costly affair. It do nothing with technical. Just sending the people to the ISS or low Earth orbit or to the space. If you go to 100 kilometers above the Earth, you are in space. That's what Blue Origin is doing. You can go 100 kilometers above. You can go to low Earth orbit. You can go to ISS and finally to Moon and much finally to the Mars. So yeah, tourism, this kind of things are starting. Instead of really using a rocket, you can go by a space balloons, which is a very good, very economical process of going to the space, which will create a tourism in the future, right? The space and entrepreneurship. There are some companies I want to mention quickly. There are some 70 to be launched by 2030, right? 75% of the government satellite, and only one company in US, SpaceX, launching much more than all the governments of all countries, right? Is launching the Starlink operation 1,500 satellite per launch. 4,500 annually is launching for one constellation. So a private and commercial space, commercial opportunity is coming in, right? A nano satellite, as I said, small satellite is fit for women entrepreneurship. It's a very big market, around 2.1 billion, right? So these are the companies, some companies which is famous in the space. One is Pixel. Pixel is using Earth images. He's not launching the rocket or anything. He is building a constellation and using the images of the satellite taken by the other satellite. Agnikul Cosmos is directly in the development of the rocket, like PSLV. SatSure also, recent design, and Dhruva Space, again small satellites, right? Balactric, Dignatura, orbit device to track debris management. Ballistic aerospace is a man is developing a different type of engine other than chemical, right? Like that, I can quote so many things, Skyroot, Galaxy, like that. But the very good area where I can suggest is STEM activities for space. A lot of startups are coming in the STEM. Every city has at least 10 startups in the STEM run by women, from starting with the space kits. They are also running BSA, like that. The STEM and space activities very, very viable and very comfortable area for women entrepreneurship. Easy for how to make a small water rocket, or in soda rocket, or in the Mars rover lessons. For kids, you can start from very early age. You can start from a school level. You can start. So this kind of there is a office in NASA. You can contact. There is a small business programs. Is available. Another one is, as I told, space to Earth. There was a coffee shop in US. They are using NASA technology of thermal system. This is called Campus Coffee. Campus Coffee. They are using a NASA technology to process the beans, and it has a special taste, and it is the main attraction of this company. Right? This is a company. Right? The first cafe 2014. Like that, you can take the space technology to the Earth. Either from the Earth itself for the space, or from this whatever the technology is used for the space, please make the application. Correct. So application is wide. It depends upon your innovation and idea. So he gave you a big application you can develop using a space technology which is used in NASA or ISRO or anything. Even in the what you are using the artificial this one, your teeth and everything is come from NASA. There are lot of spin-off technologies available in NASA which can be commercialized, right? So a woman for expert meeting in November is there. It is in Nairobi, Kenya. It is for space activities and solutions especially. Any space entrepreneurship can easily attend this space for women. And this is one of the very good opportunity. You can find out what are the entrepreneurship available for women globally in space. Okay, so this is what my this one, and you can see that Asian women are beating the these are men 100 manager. Asian women are beating, and they will be beating the women. So, man, they will be exceeding that 100% soon and above all. Okay, thank you. Any question or answers? I'm ready for a Q&A session.